took all my things that made sounds. The rest I could do without. I don't want your body, but I need to think about you with somebody else. Love's gone, God, you think to twine your soul with somebody else. I'm looking through your body, looking through your phone, leaving with somebody else. No, I don't want your body, but I picture your body with somebody else.
And now for my next number, I'd like to return to the
Classic. Times.
Hey everyone, it's Alex back again. Yeah, I know, it seems like all I do nowadays is vinyl finds videos. I need more ideas, so let me know if there's any videos you guys want to see. I'm trying to write my top 100. Unfortunately, that's a very, very difficult thing to do, especially with so many good albums out there, but I'm trying. Yeah, vinyl finds. I know it's all I keep doing. I apologize. I tried to slow down in my collection, but when you work in a record store and you've still got loads of store credit that you worked up in the first couple of years left over, and you slowly grabbing stuff, that's fine. Anyway, I'm going to start off this vinyl finds with a new vinyl, the only new album I've picked up in a while. That's another thing. When Jeff Kempin did his 7E700 video contest entry, what I've wanted to say, well, after I posted my video and told Jeff I'd made an entry, I realized that I could have said I wanted to pick up more new albums of the year, or from this year, because I hardly picked up any from last year. This year I want to pick up more newer albums, like new releases, and show you guys. I've only picked up one this year, but this was always going to be the first new album I pick up, because this was not only my most anticipated album of the year, but as soon as I heard the first few tracks off of this that were posted before the album dropped, I knew it was going to be my it was either going to be my favorite album of the year, or it's going to be high up on my top 10 list. And yeah, that's TAME IMPALA's The Slow Rush. It's a very good album, very different to their previous stuff, very soulful, very funky. There's a few different color variations of this album. I'll show you guys the inside of this one. There's the gatefold. Some very nice inner sleeves here. That's one of them. It's just plain blue on the other side, but I opted to get the green vinyl edition of the album. I know there's a black one, there's a red and blue one as well. I opted for the green because I thought the green looked the best, in my opinion. And my girlfriend really likes green, so what can I say? But I liked the green anyway. I thought it looked the best, and I don't hardly have anything green anyway. Also came with this poster that's also the same as the inside of the gatefold, so that's a pretty cool thing to have there. Yeah, all of these tracks are online now, so I shouldn't have to do new drops, but if you are wanting to get into TAME IMPALA and you're not, or you've listened to their more psychedelic stuff, I would definitely give this album a listen if you didn't like their psychedelic stuff, because it's still got a psychedelic sound to it, but it's a lot more funky. It's a lot more a lot more musically inclined, much more musically diverse. And if you want a few tracks to check out Lost in Yesterday, Borderline, and Posthumous Forgiveness and Tomorrow's Dust, I think, are probably my favourite tracks off of this album, even though the whole album is phenomenal. It's easily my new favourite from Tame Impala. I've been a fan of theirs since they dropped Currents back in 2015, but yeah, this is without a doubt my new favourite from them. So that's Tame Impala's The Slow Rush. Alright, before I get on to anything else, I want to show you the 7-inch singles I picked up. 5 of these to be exact. And I'm going to start with this one, because this one, again, picked up mainly for me and my girlfriend. I'm going to keep referring back to her throughout these videos, because she's a big part of my life at the moment. Sorry about that. But, oh well. Anyway, she and I are both big Disney fans. And she came to the shop with me one day just to give me an extra pair of hands because I was on my own. And a lady came in with a little collection and I managed to swipe this for myself out of the collection. Cinderella and Jack of the Beanstalk were picked up for the Cinderella thing. I don't know how rare this is because I was not able to find it online anywhere. But it is on a very nice red vinyl there. I think it's just telling the story of Cinderella and has the songs, a couple of songs used from the film, but obviously because Cinderella, I know I don't think she's originally Disney, but she's now Disney oriented, so kind of refers back to Disney. But yeah, I have that. Like I said, I don't know how rare it is, don't know what it's worth, because I've not been able to find it online anywhere, but nice little 7-inch bit, something just a bit different to pick up, so grabbed that. I also grabbed Bruce Springsteen, Born to Run. I'm not a huge fan of Bruce Springsteen, but some of his hits I really like. So I grabbed that one with Born to Run and Meeting Across the River on the flip side of that. David Bowie with Rebel Rebel on 7-inch. That's backed with Queen Bitch on the flip side. Pink Floyd Money on 7-inch. You hardly see any Pink Floyd on 7, so finding this was pretty decent. And then it's also got Any Color You Like on the flip side. Very nice. Oops, obviously on the Green Harvest label. There, I think it's a German. No, it's Italian. Excuse me. But there's that one. And Slave. Can't Get Enough of You. Backed with Baby Sinister. So yeah. And I mainly picked this one up on the money for DJing with. So I have those for DJing with. And as always, or as I have done for the past video or two, I'm going to link my DJ Instagram in the description below, because I know some people ask questions about that, and there you go. So yeah, there's those. So where do we go from here? Yeah, a couple things I've showed off on Facebook. With me and my boss, we took a business trip to London. I took my girlfriend with me, because we had to go to London to get stuff for the shop, and then we went to see the 1975 in concert. Now, I've talked trash about the 1975 previously, but over the last year and a half or so, I've become a bigger fan, and then after seeing them in concert, I can say I'm a very much a devoted fan. Although I don't own anything from them on vinyl. I did manage to pick up a couple of things on the trip to London. Now, I'm mentioning the 1975 because there was a clip or two of their show before my video introduction came in, and I wanted you guys to see that because they put on a very good show. Great sound, great visuals, and an amazing crowd. Hands down, one of the best gigs I've ever been to. Yeah, no, I walked out of the the concert a bigger fan than I did walking in. And that's saying something. But before we saw them, we had to do a bit of shopping, and I managed to swap a couple things for myself while we were out digging. Curtis Erston solo album, the only solo album he did. If you're not familiar with Curtis Erston, he's more famous for being the lead singer of the BB&Q band. I think. Yeah, the BB&Q band. But this is a very good solo album. Very, very good solo album. Has that same sort of sound from 1986. Very good. If you like that 80s R&B sound, like SOS Band, things like that, definitely give this album a listen if you're not familiar with it. Very, very good stuff. And I also picked up a copy of Rare Earth by Rare Earth. There's stuff you hardly see anywhere anymore, and although I only have one of their albums already, I'm buying their stuff blindly at the moment because I'm still introducing myself to the band Rare Earth and kind of figuring out which albums are the best ones to pick up. Not my favourite one from them. I prefer the other album I own, but this is still a good one. There's still some good stuff on this album. And, you know, it's from 1977. They're a rock band. They're on Motown, so, you know, they're going to be good, right? But, yeah, Rare Earth by Rare Earth. Still a good album. Still very worth picking up if you find it. I would give it a recommendation anyway. So, yeah, picked up those two for myself. When we went to London. So yeah, that's that. And I have here, yeah, I have a couple of things from another store I hardly ever go to. Yeah. Where are we at? I have not thought this through. I really haven't. But yeah, I've talked about this store I think before. Canterbury Rock. About 10 minutes away from where I work. Very, very good. Store, very reasonably priced. Very friendly guy. He's been there like 40 years, 41 years, something like that. And his prices are always very, very reasonable. So when I found two albums I've been looking for, I was ecstatic. So first thing I picked up was a copy of Jolene by Dolly Parton. Because me and my girlfriend both like Dolly Parton. This has the song Jolene and I Will Always Love You on it. And I've been looking for a copy of this for a while because Jolene is my favourite song by Dolly. So I had to pick that up. Of course everyone knows the song 9 to 5, but I think you can't go wrong with a bit of Dolly Parton. You definitely can't. And the other album I picked up is 10 Summer's Tale by Sting. This is a pretty rare, I mean I've got all the Police stuff, so now it's just delving into the Sting solo stuff, and honestly this is the first one I wanted to pick up on vinyl because it is my favourite album from him, just for the song Fields of Gold, which has a countless number of covers. You right? Not down on me, are you?
Sorry, I don't fight.
No, it's cool. Yeah, 10 Summer's Tale. And yeah, I paid next to nothing for this, which I'm super stoked for because I never thought I'd own a copy of this on vinyl. But now I do, so time to pick up the rest of the stuff that's available on vinyl. An original pressing of this as well. In very good shape as well. I was surprised by how clean this was, and I think, yeah, it still has the original lyric sheet on the inside as well. The guy who bought the collection in, I think he was telling me he kept care of everything. Everything was very good shape, and I don't know if he ever played any of it, but this was a very, very clean copy. Obviously on A&M, the same label as the Police. So yeah, grabbed that. Very good, very clean copy. Even the cover is kept in good shape. So yeah, grabbed that for myself. And now I have a copy of my favourite Sting album on vinyl. So there you go. Sting, 10 Summer's Tale. Very, very nice album there. I have a few things I picked up from the charity shops, and then we'll get on to stuff I claimed off of my store credit. For those of you who aren't from the UK, charity shops are our versions of thrift stores, but all the money goes to charity. So yeah, I picked up a few things. Men at Work, business as usual. Looking for a copy of this for a while. Has obviously the big hit off of this album is Down Under, because they are obviously an Australian band, one of the best Australian bands in my opinion, especially from this time period, 1982. And this is a Hong Kong pressing of this album, which really surprised me. I didn't realise that until I got it home and logged it into my Discogs. But yeah, there's Men at Work, business as usual, Hong Kong pressing. Sounds incredible, and I should have clocked it was a different pressing from, you know, the fact that the label's slightly different. The CBS label. I don't think I've seen that label on this album before. But it was very, very a very good pickup, and of course still has, if I can get it out here, the lyric sheet as well on the inside, which is cool. But I think the lyric sheet, I don't know if the lyric sheet is from the Hong Kong copy. It could be from the British one. It doesn't say. Could be from the American one as well, but I definitely know 100% that the vinyl and jacket match, because they both say Hong Kong on it. You know, the numbers match and everything. So yeah, the cover's not in the best of shape. There's some wear on the bottom, but the vinyl's perfect, so I decided to grab that one. Men at Work. Happy to own that. Bellamy Brothers. Let Your Love Flow. It has the big track, Let Your Love Flow, on it. Can't complain about grabbing a copy of that. Particularly when it was that clean. And of course it's on your typical Forest Warner Brothers label. Very clean copy of that. So, had to pick that up. Very good stuff. Like, very, very good stuff. Trying to get it back in the jacket here. There we are. Grateful Dead. Live Dead. You hardly see any Grateful Dead stuff in my area, so finding it is a rare feat, even finding it in good condition. Yeah, great album, great live album. Obviously it's not in the best condition, so it's not going to sound great, but of course I think it's a first US press, I think. First UK press, probably, on Orange Warner Brothers labels. Never seen it on Orange labels. I picked this up in the charity shop and played it straight away when I got to work because I couldn't wait. And it did need a little bit of a clean. It's still not in great shape, but it's a lot cleaner than what it was when I had it. So that's a good sign there. But yeah, this is a good live album. I'm not the biggest fan of Grateful Dead. I'm still getting into their music, but this live album definitely did some wonders for me as getting into their music. So yeah, Grateful Dead, Live Dead from 1969. And I did find a 12-inch single as well, and for those of you who are wondering, I don't put my 12-inch singles in sleeves because I play these out. So I found a copy of Tone Loc, Loked After Dark, and it's backed with Wild Thing. It's a double A-side 12-inch. It's very, very nice. But yeah, picked that up. Super stoked about that. So yeah, that's one for all you hip-hop fans out there. because you guys know I love my hip hop and my rap. So pick that one up. Right, onto the stuff I claimed off my store credit. I still haven't used it all, but there's a small stack of stuff I picked up with it. I'll show you the two 12-inch singles, and then we'll move on to albums after that. I sort of mentioned the band earlier. SOS Band, here's High Hopes, one of their earliest singles. Love, love, love this song. There is a clip of it on my Instagram if you are curious. And then it's got Good and Plenty on the flip. One of my favourite SOS Band songs. So had to claim that one. It's been sitting there for a while. And DJ Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince, Girls Ain't Nothing But Trouble. I'm still yet to take it out the sleeve, but I always keep the sleeves on these until I have an album or something to go in them. But yeah, this is, again, one of my favourite Jazzy Jeff and Fresh Prince songs. Probably is my favourite from them. But yeah, another very clean copy of that on the Champion label. British copy. I think, yeah, British copy. So the vinyl's not brilliant, but still nice to have a copy of this. And it's got the Paul Oakenfold remix on the flip side. But I do like the picture sleeve on that, so I had to grab it for that. Yeah, DJ Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince, Girls Ain't Nothing But Trouble. Alright, onto the albums. Picked up an upgrade copy of Average White Band's Cut the Cake. I have a copy of this, but it's not in the best shape. This one is perfect. So I'm going to try and do a little comparison, which is better, which one has a good cover, which one's the better vinyl, etc. But of course, I got Tim from DJ High Noon onto this album when I was in Florida last year, and we did our little digging trip. I got him onto this album because if you know your hip hop, you'll recognize the song "Schoolboy Crush" like immediately from somewhere. I'm not going to tell you where, but you'll probably recognize the sample from somewhere. But yeah, the guy who is one of the players on this album, yeah, one of the guitarists, and he's also did some vocals on this album, Hamish Stewart, owns a pub not too far from here. So that's kind of, he's sort of local-ish, even though there's a Scottish band, but yeah, one of them owns a pub near here. Still got the lyric sheet. There's the members of the band. This guy here, Hamish, he's the one with the pub. Again, like I said, not too far from here. It's on Atlantic, so you know it's going to be good. But yeah, very good album. I think this is their second or third album. I think it's more their third, but this is still a great album nonetheless. So I can't wait to give this a listen and see what, and like do what Naz Nomad calls a Franken album, where you take a good cover and a good vinyl and match them up. So there's that one. Commodores, moving on. From 1975, excuse me. Ever since I saw Lionel Richie last year in the summer at Hyde Park supporting Stevie Wonder, I've been wanting to get my Lionel and Commodores collection back on track. This is one I was missing. Very, very nice copy of that. I'm not too familiar with this album, but I do know it's an early one from the Commodores, so nice to fill in another gap there. And so yeah, obviously anything from Commodores you can't go wrong with, as long as Lionel's in the group, obviously. Staple Singers, Be What You Are. This is on Stax. Staple Singers, I've not picked up anything from them in a while. You hardly ever see any of their stuff around, and particularly in good condition. This is not in great shape, but it's better than anything I've seen previously from them. It's normally trashed to pieces, so I tend to not pick it up, even despite how rare it is. It's still not in great shape, but still better than anything I found from them It's on the yellow Stax label, as you can see there. And yeah, you know it's going to be good when it's on Stax. The vinyl's very flimsy though, that's my only issue. But yeah, Staple Singers, again, can't go wrong with them. And I know, America, that you've just had your Black History Month. Ours isn't till October. But yeah, nice piece of history there. It's because Staple Singers, I think they've been sampled crazily. I think their big claim to fame was their cover of Talking Heads' Slippery People. But yeah, they did a great cover of that. But yeah, Staple Singers do like their stuff a lot, so I had to pick that up. Alright, last thing I'm going to show you. And this is another American pressing of this album. Something I'm not too familiar with, but I picked it up because, one, I like the cover, and two, I sampled a couple of the tracks and really liked what I heard. So I decided to pick it up. Manfred Mann's Earth Band. What's the name of this album? Good Earth. Yeah, The Good Earth. And as you can see from that pink sticker, it is a promo copy. So, nice to pick that up. Don't have a lot of prog in my collection, so nice to add this one to it. Yeah. And obviously on the Forest Warner Brothers label, and you can see on the label, even at the top, it says it's a promo copy. So, yeah. Nice to grab that. Can't wait to give the album a listen in full, because I love listening to everything at least once and giving everything its fair shot, really. So I can't wait for that one. Yeah, it's going to be good. So yeah, decided to pick that up. Wasn't too familiar with the band, like I said, but saw this, gave it a little bit of a listen, at least a couple of tracks when I could, and really liked what I heard, so I decided to claim that off of my store credit, or what I had, or a little bit of what I had in store credit. So yeah, there's that one. Right, that's everything I picked up, except for this. I almost forgot to show you this as well, and something else that I'll grab in just a moment. But from the store where I grabbed the Dolly Parton and the Sting as well. He also had this really nice Bob Marley beanie. If you're not familiar with my channel, I am a big Bob Marley fan, so had to grab a beanie. And of course, while we were in London, if you bear with me 1 second, we took a trip to Rough Trade, and while we were there, my boss managed to pick up a tote bag with the TAME IMPALA album on it, the new one. I'm not too happy with it, because all they've done is have a regular tote bag and just put a sticker of the album on it. But I suppose it's unique and different to every other tote bag I've got. I won't be using it out in public, but it's a nice little display piece, given how much I do like the album. So yeah, there's that. Right, so that's everything I had to show you. Alright, we're done. I didn't want this video to go too long, so I've done what I can. Please forgive me if it's too long or whatever. That's why I'm not doing any needle drops or anything. Yeah. At the end there will be hopefully some more clips from the 1975 if I can get them in. I did also go to a Schoolboy Q concert in January, but I forgot to talk about it when I did it a couple videos ago. But there's probably clips on my Facebook. If you have me on Facebook, you've probably seen them. But I think the 1975 will be a better video, because even my surprise when I saw them live was mad. Because, like I said, I walked in a casual fan and walked out a big fan. So there you go. That's the difference it made. So yeah, there we have it. And I only went because I had some free tickets for the industry. Isn't that a coincidence? Anyway, I'm gonna stop rambling. That's gonna do it for this video. Thanks so much for tuning back into the channel. If you're new here, please subscribe. hit the bell button so you know when I upload a video. Also, before I forget, Jeff Kempin, thank you so much for the shout out. I appreciate it. You've just had your 7700s contest. You gave me a shout out during the drawing. I much appreciate it because you're a good friend, a good pal, and although you're across the pond and we've never met in person, we have a good connection, and not just through music, but because we are also big fans of anime and comic books, we have a connection that way as well. So yes, Jeff, thank you so much for the shout out. Guys, if you are not subscribed to Jeff, but you're subscribed to me, what are you doing? Go and subscribe to him. He has a great channel, shows a lot of blues, and really knows his stuff as well. So yeah, that's going to do it for this video. Like I said, thanks for tuning in if you're a returning subscriber, and like I said, if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe. Also, like this video if there's anything in here you enjoyed, or if you discovered something new through this video. I don't know. But yeah, I'm going to stop rambling, and I'll see you guys again next time. Peace.